Good afternoon, everybody. Another beautiful day. Beautiful day. I'd say high 50s. Sun is shining. Sky is beautiful blue. And it's a Monday, so check in, everybody. It's going to be a busy, busy week. Lots happening this week for us. So we'll be, I guess as usual, running around. I don't really know what a not busy week looks like, I guess, anymore. But anyway, so we're just walking areas. So like I've said before, we stick to the roads. So we're just walking areas where we can't get to drive. So morning. Today is Tuesday. We had to take the water home to fill it last night. We wouldn't get back before dark, so we brought it first thing this morning. So that's what is happening now. But they look good. They're happy. Lots of babies. So we're doing pretty good. The site looks pretty good to us. We'll probably move them end of the week to their next paddock. So trying to keep them moving for them, for the ground, for everything. So pretty busy running around, but hear them all talking back there. But yeah, because they're lactating, they're going through water faster. So. Morning. Another day. Crazy rain. Storms yesterday rolled through. And today it's windy and chilly. Shh. And we gotta get those girls back away from the gate. Here we go. Got some really good lambs here. So, time to check them. Probably move them. If not tomorrow, maybe the weekend. But they're gonna move in the next 4 days, I would say. Colt, lie down. Colt, lie down. So, just doing a food check. We're empty. We don't typically actually fill the feeders all the way either. They're 50-pound feeders. There's 2 of them here, so it's 100 pounds of food for 3 dogs. And I know everybody always thinks big dogs eat lots of food, but our guardian dogs don't really eat a lot of food at a lot of times. So we find it goes stale, and if it goes stale, they definitely don't want it. So we're usually maybe like 3/4 of the way full for them, and then that way it works out for them. So it's a top off day. Marcus just pulled the truck up, and we're gonna good girl. It is a good girl. Good girl, Mira. Yes, Mira's a good girl. Good girl, Bailey. We had lots of rain, lots of wind, tornado potential. Yesterday we had lots of different things. At one point I think we had like 75-mile-per-hour winds. So today is definitely like a just make sure everybody's okay kind of day. So whew. A little chilly right now. Still, it's saying it's like 46 out, but I'm telling you, with this wind, it feels like it should be snow. It's cold. It's cold. The lambs and everybody, they don't care. They're just eating. It's trying to green up. We're not getting super cold. We'll just reach freezing for the next at least 10-day forecast. So we'll see if everything starts really cold. We start getting this like lush greenness come through. Happy. They got plenty of water and mineral, and as you can see, they've got their grass. So I think lots of twinning in this group. We've got some triplets, some singles, but mostly twins. Pretty ones. There's one of your sets of triplets. Like Mama's doing a great job with those 3. So that's always exciting for me. Is we've switched to a system. Not switched, but one of the big debates in the sheep world is bottle babies. How much is too much? How much interaction do you have, not have? So we have some friends in Australia that are like minimal interaction during lambing, kind of a survival of the fittest mentality. They put them in an area where it's big enough so they're pasture lambing, and they let nature roll. I have friends in the UK who barn, and means they bottle, they're doing a lot more bottle babies and that kind of thing. Everybody is a little bit different. One of the things that we switched to this year is we do have some bottle babies. We do have some. I think I have 7 at the house. But I'm not pulling babies just to pull babies anymore. So it kind of is on that line of, let's see if mama can do this. Let's see if she's taking good care of them. Can she take care of them? Now, if we get into a situation where we're like, oh, she's not producing enough milk, she can't take care of them, yes, we're pulling a baby. But has not happened yet this year, and I think it's because over the years we have been really looking at mothering skills and ability. We've really been doing breeding soundness with our vet, Dr. Hannah, and we've been whittling out ones that won't do with the system that we have. They might work really well with somebody else's system, but with the landscape we're working on and what we do, it makes sense for us not to have to baby too much. The 7 babies that we have at the house are all males, and will all likely be part of the meat market. But we'll see as they grow out, as they develop. We have their information. We know who their mothers are. One of them was just unfortunate. His mom had him, and then his sibling got stuck, and they had complications, and we couldn't save the baby or the mom. The other ones, I think their mamas just couldn't count past 1. But they're all thriving at the house, which is really good news for us. They run and play, and they're very happy. So, again, good news for us, but we'll make the decision on if we will retain them back for the flock, for the genetics or not, as time goes on. Because they were all also at least twins, and sheep genetics, that means something. As opposed to anybody else who follows people genetics and things like that. Sheep genetics are pretty rad. All right, we're gonna walk up on the flock here. Hey, there's a dog! There's a beagle! There's a beagle! Fucking dog! Hey! Hey! Get out of here! Get out of here! Get! There's 2 dogs! Two dogs! Get out of here! Just saw this group running, and I was like, why are they running? Now look what happens. They run scared. She left her baby behind. So it's time to walk out. Marcus blocked the fence. Show you those photos. For now, the company's going to come and fix the fence, which is good. Been guardian dog power here, so I know somebody's first thing is going to be, oh, you don't have enough guardian dogs, but we do. They just can't be everywhere all at once, and a majority of the flock is on the other side. So I think they just caught a subgroup.
Sorry, I had to lock it.
I think they just caught a subgroup. I don't think they've been around much. So we'll just keep deterring as much as we can with the tools that we have. So what we can do is, secure our fencing, use our guardian dogs, work with the company, and if it keeps becoming a problem, we can work with the local town and stuff, and they can look to trap them if we can't get them, and then they'll catch them, report them, and we have to go through that whole process. We've done it before. The last time this happened to us, we lost 25 pregnant ewes before something happened, so it was not ideal. Now we're lambing, so are we losing the lambs? I'm not sure. I really hope not. I just think that those animals got in today. So if we're lucky, and we move them tomorrow, we'll get them away. We'll get them into an area that's better fenced. I think these storms just kind of threw us for a loop. And they caused some areas. And the company, told us that they were working on the fencing, which they are. So I just think it was just an opportune gap for them to get into. So we'll just keep doing what we do, keep rotating the animals, keep guardian dogs with them, and I think had they been, the guardian dogs would have run them off, but they were with the bigger part of the group, so we'll see. Okay, we're at the second site now. It's quite windy. Things have calmed down a little bit. But what I was saying earlier is, so the last time this happened to us, we lost 25 pregnant ewes. We had a guardian dog in with the flock, but just stuff happens. It's like you have the tools that you need, you do the things you're supposed to do, and you know what? Sometimes it doesn't always go the way that you hope or plan or whatever, and so we run enough heads of guardian dogs per flock. We're doing the best that we can. They're doing the best that they can. And sometimes these things, they happen. But losing 25 pregnant ewes was a big hit for us because it was actually girls from our foundation flock. So we were, really attached to them. We'd raised their mothers. We knew, and then there was no compensation for that. They would not, they didn't think that they had anything to do with it. They thought it was totally okay. And it took about 3 months of battling before finally they took care of the problem. They didn't take care of it for the right reasons. We were also in a community that was very buddy-buddy with each other. So the animal control that we had to use was friends with the guy who owns the dog, and they go way back. This guy knows this guy, and they would never do anything wrong. And the guy flat out tried to bully me, and Marcus, told us he could do whatever he felt like with his dogs, and if he didn't want to keep his dog up, he didn't have to, even though he had photos and video of the dog chasing our sheep and getting the it was not ideal. So of course, a moment like this, it brings those memories back, and instead of, I do have some pregnant mamas out there, but instead I'm worried about what lambs are being picked off, and that's unfair. So, like I said, that's immediately where my brain is with that. But we're on the second site, and I'm just checking mamas, and they're starting to walk over this way, so I'm just trying to see how they're doing with everything. It is windy, but some cute babies here. It's Emrys is checking the water. And I just got out to walk this side because I noticed that the flock was kind of migrating this way, so I thought, oh, I'll go one way, he can go the other, and we'll see how they're doing. But this group will move, since we're moving the other group at the other site tomorrow. This group might move probably this weekend. It's a weekend thing because we had meetings this week. So we were in Richmond most of the day yesterday, and then the day before that we had meetings up in Maryland. So we've kind of it pushes our schedule back a little bit, but it's okay because the landscape is able to handle them for the duration, so we're doing pretty good. Windy today.
Just took a little video putting out some pellets, just a little supplement treat these ewes that we're actively lambing, and some are really close to lambing. So just as the grass fills in, a little supplement. We were gonna we're gonna move the flock rather than mowing. Move the flock soon, but just trying to get a little boost before we move them. Put a couple 100 pounds of pellets out. There's less than 200 ewes here right now at the moment, but they're lambing. Got about 50 lambs last time we counted them. So just doing a little bit of pellets before we move the flock to the next paddock. It's got some grass. We'll just get through today. They grazed already, so give them some pellets and it'll slow down. See, this lamb right here got a little excited. He's actually choking on the pellets, so we watch her. We just make sure nobody gets knocked down or trampled, but we don't feed very much. When we do, they get really excited. But lots of little babies out here waiting for their moms to get back from the feed. I think everybody's back to a little nursery going on over here. Hi, Amber. Seems like everybody's doing okay for the most part. This one ewe lamb got a little injured. She's okay now. Signs of choking in sheep is they'll be stomping their feet, shaking their head and slobbering and stuff, and they can't get it down. But it's usually not very. We have to intervene right before they actually go down, so it's pretty easy to keep it from passing out. It's worse. We've actually noticed it worse. Like when we first got into sheep feeding cracked corn, so we don't feed cracked corn anymore just because it's really coarse and sharp. Sheep get too excited and these pellets, they tend to just dissolve. But it's got some good protein in there. Give them some more mineral. Just because some of the ewes are getting pretty big, we know they carry multiples. So, and then those that are a little thin coming out of winter, doesn't hurt. We're lambing a little early just so we can keep moving the flock when it does green up, and we don't get bogged down. So it takes a little differently than you might off solar. And we got a little bit of lameness in this flock that we'll deal with. Yeah, a little windy today.
So, just a little wet, but they're the babies. I think this little daycare over there. They're just hanging out. Now they're kind of moving around a little bit more.
Majority of the sheep have moved off. 200 pounds for less than, I think it's like 189 now because we sorted some. And then there's at least 50 pounds. There's a lot of things. There's extra feed. So between grazing, hay, and these pellets, like they're doing okay. We're just late gestation. These sites are new. The grass hasn't filled in everywhere yet, or we're working on the nutrients in the soil and things over time. But the thing is, like, you get pregnancy toxemia or ketosis or twin lamb disease, depending on part of the world refrigerant. So we just want to make sure the sheep have enough calcium, particularly in early spring. You want a lot of magnesium because grass is actually growing. We don't have a lot of rain. But yeah, so you want to make sure that the sheep have adequate nutrients that they need to make sure they can have their land successfully. Just because these pastures aren't 100% yet, so we're supplementing as it's minimal. They're really a grass-based pasture-based operation. Feed them some hay, some mineral, lick tub occasionally for protein, but sheep don't need a lot of protein. You're talking about like 7% for maintenance usually. So usually you give them a high-protein lick tub, they'll end up with scours or diarrhea. So we just try to stick with forage as best we can. And individual or loose blocks here and there as they're available.